And hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 33 of Salty
Wow.
Tonight. I'm Adam,
I am Terry.
and
That's
it
what they call me.
it is 9 p.m. in Bombay Beach, midnight in Virginia, and we have a great show tonight. How's your day been, Terry?
It's been good. I watched Legally Blonde.
The first one.
Well, both of them. The first one came on and I'd seen it before, but I'd never seen the second one,
Okay.
and it just auto played after the first one, and I was like, this is, I hate to say it, but it's a good movie.
Was the second
It's
one
actually really
good?
funny.
Was
Yeah.
the second one good as well?
Yeah. They're both
Yeah, I've
really good
never
movies.
I've never seen the second one. I've only seen the first one. So,
Well, the second
uh,
one, I didn't realize that that was where she's like, "Oh, you remind me of the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad." That's from the second one.
oh, is it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I thought it
I
was
didn't
from
know
the
that.
first one.
We learn
But
a little
anyway,
bit every single day.
yes.
So we have a lot of news stories, a lot of fun stories, a lot of interesting things. So let's dive in. What's the first thing we have tonight, Terry?
Well, I do have something that caught my eye is
Okay.
this little crab. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's super tiny. Actually, can't tell by the video just how tiny he is, but he looks, I mean, so small. Here's a picture of him. There is a
Let's
little
take a little.
video. But, I mean, if you look at the person's hand that's holding it, he's so
Wow.
tiny and he's so cute. There is a little video.
Th- this is kind of like something out of like a sci-fi
I know.
movie.
Well, I was thinking actually that it was like something out of SpongeBob,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can see that.
but look at
Wow.
him. He has no idea about all the adventures he's gonna go on.
No. And isn't he the spikiest, tiniest crab in the world?
I believe they're making that claim, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's the
I like
cutest,
his little
spikiest.
eyes. He doesn't, yeah, you're right. He doesn't even look real.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Now, it was found during an operation in the Gulf of Mexico, which collected samples of mesophotic and deep sea coral species for lab rendering and propagation. So he was found, it's a miniature crustacean, and it's won the hearts of everyone online. It's
I
going
can see why.
viral, and this clip, well, as of yesterday, had 9.1 million views and
Jesus.
reposted over 10,000 times.
Well,
So,
it's obvious why. He is clearly a star.
yes, he's uh he's he's not quite up there with Jimothy, but he's a star.
No. He's getting there though. I mean, what are Jimothy's numbers?
I'd say Jimothy has to be like probably hundreds of millions at this point, wouldn't you say?
The original one, probably. Yeah. I haven't checked in a while.
But yeah, that's a tiny little crustacean that was found in the Gulf of Mexico. So cute little fella.
Yes, absolutely. I would definitely adopt him. I would adopt all the animals that we show, though.
Yeah, I think you would too because
Yeah.
you're a lover of all animals and
I like
even your
animals better than people. I mean, I know that's a cliche thing to say, but I do.
well, you've always been kind to the animal as well.
Well, I get it. I
Or
understand.
creature. It doesn't just
Yeah.
have to be the animal, it can be the creature also.
I've been nice to a few creatures, few too
Sure, I
many.
have I have two. Creatures, people, whatever they may be called.
Sometimes they're the same thing.
Yes, yes, they are.
But hey,
So
speaking of underwater creatures, um, apparently there is a fish. Now this is wild to me, who can possibly have sex up to 27 times per day.
that's crazy.
That's unheard of.
Yes.
So that amuses me because I mean, I think we can all say they are far surpassing most of the men out there.
Well, most of anyone, I would say, because
Most of anyone.
it's a weird and wacky finding that scientists have discovered the limit to how many times strange fish can have sex in a single day. 27 times. That's right. 27 times the fish named Madeka or a name that I can't pronounce, were found to be able to mate 19 times per day on average, with some males managing up to 27 matings per day.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go down the rabbit hole of being like, "What's your max? What's your record?"
Who, mine?
Mine's not 27, that's for
Tw-
sure.
no, mine's 28. I've done
20.
28 in one day.
That's
28.
pretty good. That's more than
28.
once an hour.
28 in that is more than once an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, these little creatures, well, creatures I say, but little fish, they they only have like a 50% rate of living after mating. They drop off
Wow.
50%.
Do you think it's because they're doing it so much that they're, like, vulnerable to being
It's
attacked?
got to be. It's got to be. I
I
mean,
mean, that would make sense, like, they need to
who
put it away for a little bit.
who or what can like sustain that momentum, you know?
Apparently, this fish.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's see, sexual conflict occurs when the reproductive interest of the males and females within the species diverge. And this just causes a lot of potentially conflicts within these little fish. But yeah, I saw that headline there, and I was like, 27 times.
That's
You don't,
impressive.
yeah, you don't see that in a headline all that often.
No, you don't.
Never.
It's
I've never
definitely
seen it.
attention grabbing.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Now, you have brought up something to me that has kind of intrigued me a little bit. Now, you had said that you've kind of, for those that don't know, you live out in Bombay, and it's kind of a desert community. But there
Yeah.
are some haunted or paranormal or very creepy buildings or abandoned places surrounding you, and you were there this past week and you stumbled upon these dolls or something. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
there's a house that just has dolls, like, as decoration, I'm assuming as decoration. And so it kind of reminded me, do you know in the I almost said the Best Little Whorehouse, the the House of a Thousand Corpses,
Yeah.
when she has all those dolls on the wall, it was like that. That's what it
Oh, yeah,
reminded me
yeah.
of.
Okay.
And so it's just a bunch of dolls, but it's really creepy, obviously, because it's dolls. So I went down a rabbit hole of looking for dolls, haunted dolls on eBay, and I found some interesting specimens.
Oh, yeah, and somebody just said that the little crab looks like the new Pokemon that's out as well.
Aw, maybe he's,
So
you know, inspired by him.
yeah, so that's Mikey. Thanks, Mikey, for that little bit of information there.
Mikey. I think it's Mil Oh, no, no, I don't know. You had it right. Okay. Um, so this doll right here, this was probably my favorite one
Okay,
that
is this
really
one
caught
that
my attention.
haunted
And
doll Susie? Okay.
yeah, Susie. Now, Susie apparently is a pyromaniac. She's a fire starter. She's very dangerous. Um, I she definitely looks untrustworthy. I have to
Well,
say. I mean, she's not straight out the gate somebody I would be giving my passwords to.
no, she looks like she's trying to come off as like naive and innocent and pure,
Yeah, and
but
I don't think
within
she is at
those
all.
those little eyes, I can see that they're full of mischief. It's full of
Yeah.
voodoo. It's full of possibly paranormal or demonic things. And then
Mhm.
her little hair, that's unnatural.
The little curls, they do
Those
they
little
do give
curls,
off a
yes.
weird vibe.
I think so
Well,
too.
there's a little story that goes with Susie, and I found that to be interesting. So this was her description. If anybody is interested in purchasing her, last I checked, she is still for sale. Um, but she's not for an inexperienced collector. The person that's selling her was called to the property, um, as you can see here, after a family experienced escalating activity that eventually became dangerous. It began with unexplained knocking. Now, how would you deal with that if you ended up with this doll? Do you immediately go, well, it's the doll, clearly?
Yeah.
I mean, is that immediately where your mind goes? That's your problem solving is it's the doll.
I don't know if that's what my mind would go to right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with the doll looking kind of like Susie does there,
You
possibly.
might suspect, yeah.
Yes.
It's on the list of possibilities. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's a very good
But
possibility.
it's the fire starting that gets me.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty dangerous. And the thing is, like, with noises and stuff like that, you can always dismiss them. Fire is a physical thing that you can
Yeah.
see. So you go, "Okay, well, this something happened here."
What's caused
Um,
it?
yeah, what caused it? And so you're gonna wanna find that out. And so that's where it gets a little much for me. You know, I can handle a lot of weird, creepy stuff. The fire, that's verging on scary.
The verges on scary, and that verges on like if that fire is out of control, what else could it catch on fire? You know, it could lead
Well,
to a
yeah.
death, and you don't want little Susie there to cause somebody to burn up in flames.
No, and you know that, like, at the end of it, the house would be burned down completely, and she would just be sitting there smiling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she didn't have anything to do with it,
No, she's just there, accidental.
minding her own
So
business.
I really thought that she was interesting. There's definitely some creepy ones. I mean, just for the aspect of being creepy.
Now
Um,
you've went through the rabbit
this
hole
one
today,
was
and you
well,
showed me
yeah.
a couple. Oh,
Well,
now
yeah,
that
I
one,
like this one a lot.
now that one has an even creepier demeanor. The
I
eyes
know,
do
but
look
it
truly mean.
yeah, yeah, she's creepy. But I think this one was your favorite one. Where is it? This one.
Yeah,
And I actually read about this one. This one was inspired by Showbiz Pizza. Somebody handmade this,
it looks
which
like it.
makes it even creepier. Yeah, yeah,
Because there's not that many, so that means there's something attached to that.
yes.
Like
Somebody
there has to be.
handmade this as an inspiration, and Showbiz Pizza was their inspiration.
And that one costs more than the others too.
Yeah, probably because it was handmade, but who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe you're really paying for the haunting. And
Uh,
I, of course, ordered one.
Which one did you order now?
I ordered the cheap one. So,
Okay.
I'm probably gonna get a cheap haunting. You get what you pay for. This is the one that I ordered because it was
Now,
only $17. I was like, "Fuck it," you know?
but I think that one is the creepiest one out of them all.
Maybe. We'll see. She'll be here when she's here. I shipped her to Robin's house.
That's what you were saying. You wanted
Yeah,
Robin to see
so
if there was anything that was creepy, like
well,
if
if
it did
Robin's
any
house burns down, I'm probably gonna take her.
right.
Robin can keep her at that point.
Like
She's gonna hate me forever. That doll's gonna be attached to Robin.
it will be. Now that one does have like it's got that old worn look to it, like the
And
color
its
of the
dress is so
garment,
weird. It's like a
and the
doily.
head is slightly discolored compared to the body. If you look,
Yeah.
it's a little bit different colored, and the eyeballs look like those do looks like some
It looks like
truly,
it has cataracts.
and I bet it
It
does.
was one of the creepier ones. Here's the few other
Close up of
pictures
it.
of it. Yeah.
Now, where are you going to display her at?
She'll probably be back here. I'll probably put her with this
Okay,
creepy picture.
okay.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I didn't have kids, so I'll just buy creepy dolls on eBay.
So that's the closest you're going to get to
That's
kids
the
right
closest I'll
there.
ever have to kids. It's about the same, I imagine. Same vibe,
Yeah, probably so. I mean,
probably.
some kids are cuter, some aren't, but what I mean, what would you do if you woke up though in that doll? Like I think we had discussed a while back. Like if the doll or something moves slightly, what and like it's positioned this one particular way. You look away or whatever, and then when you come back, it's moved some way. How do you react to that? Because you know that's going to happen.
I would watch the camera because I do have security cameras in my house. So my first guess, truthfully, would be it's the cat. The cat's
Okay.
getting into mischief because he does. He runs around at night. He loses his mind. He knocks pillows over. So that would be where I would go, and I would
Okay.
watch the video. Now, if I saw a video of it moving and there was, like, no cat, I truly don't know how I would handle it. I would definitely post it, I would share it, and probably wait for it to happen again.
Do you think the hair on the back of your neck and arms would stand up right away?
Oh,
Would you be
definitely.
like you would feel like a shock or presence or like
I
like
think so. I mean, I assume so. I know any other time I felt anything off, you just get this weird vibe, like something's
like
you can
you can
feel
feel
that
it?
something's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. So
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 we'll
yeah,
see.
you'll definitely have to let us know when the doll gets
3
to
to 5
Robbins.
business days.
3 to 5 business days. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So what's the next thing you want to get into tonight?
Well, you had sent me a story that I thought was pretty interesting, about these grave robbers. And, you don't think of that as being something that still happens, right? You think of grave robbing as being, I don't know, like during the Dark Ages or something. But
Well, I mean, there was a movie where there were some grave robbers and some kind of zombie or some kind of undead thing happened when they were robbing some graves, but that was like 20 years ago.
I think I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to promote that movie?
No.
Oh, you can't, can you? Or
No.
can you?
No.
How can that? I don't understand. You're gonna have to explain the
I mean,
legality of that to
I
me
am
one
going to
day
get I
because
am going to get into that eventually. I mean, I do own it. And I do have the right to remake it, but I've just not done that. But I do plan on remaking that.
I would hope so because that was actually a really good. I
Premise.
mean, it was, and it had the creepiness of the. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
You may have to take out the part with the sexual stuff.
maybe.
That
Maybe.
might be taking it too far. But
Now,
anyway,
was this the story of the three suspects? Yes.
hmm yeah, yeah. So
Do you want me to take this one? Or
no,
do
no,
you
I
want
can
to?
read it.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Now
You would think I had everything in order, and I
we
didn't.
have a lot of stories that come out of Florida. There's a lot of crazy news that always
Well,
comes
of
out of
course, this came
there.
out of Florida.
And so we
Well,
do have
so
segments from Orange County, Florida, like this one.
yeah. So, after a search kicked off last week for 3 people suspecting of stealing from the dead in Florida, the investigators announced Wednesday that they'd finally been taken into custody. So they finally caught them. They originally said the group targeted cemeteries, breaking into niches.
Yeah.
It's spelled like niche. Anyway, that hold cremated remains and taking family heirlooms left with loved ones. Um, and so that's the really bad part. I feel like taking somebody's something they wanted to be buried with.
Yeah.
So it's probably jewelry, stuff like that. There is a video that shows them. So I do want to show that so that
Yeah. Let's see
everybody
this.
can. And this
Get a
was
look at.
apparently the ringleader right here.
She looks like somebody that would
She
rob a grave.
she really does.
I mean,
Okay.
and I like
Well,
how her
here,
shirt says sarcasm on there.
yeah, in the elements. But here she is, or a little video of her.
Drake Millum and Angela Garrett were arrested in Indiana while Porsche Bancroft turned herself in to the Drake Millum and Angela Garrett were arrested in Indiana while Porsche Bancroft turned herself in to the Seminole County Jail. Investigators say the 3 would travel across multiple states, including Florida, where cases have been identified in 4 different jurisdictions. Across 20 known cases, more than $35,000 worth of property was stolen. We're talking family heirlooms, stuff that is important to so many people. Detectives say they are still working to identify additional victims in this case.
Yeah, I have to say that those 3 look like people that would rob graves.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me out of any of them.
No, not at all.
But I mean, of
Not
all
at
the things to rob, like, come on, find something else.
well, see, that's what I
That's
think's
just taking it a
happening.
step too far.
Well, I think they're thinking, well, I mean, who knows what they're thinking? They don't look like they can think too much. But what it seems to be is that seems to be the least difficult thing to be able to steal. You know what I mean? You
Well,
don't
yeah, they're not really fighting back.
no, I mean, you don't have to deal with anyone. All you're doing is digging in graves, with the shovels, looting, the property, and I love how it says grave robbers update. You don't see that often, grave robbers.
No, you really don't. It's like bank robbing. We're just kicking it old school, like Bonnie
Now,
and Clyde.
like Bonnie and Clyde. Now, I do want to. This is an older story, but it says about the polar bear. Did you see this one?
Mhm.
Now, this is a little bit older, but I still think this is a story worth checking out. Now, this is a man in Canada. He was hospitalized when it happened, trying to save his wife from an attacking polar bear. And as you can see from the picture, polar bears, as most bears, are very vicious and temperamental, but they're also quite a bit bigger. The man who lived with his wife and two dogs in Fort Severn in northern Ontario received serious injuries to his arm and legs during a heroic battle to save his wife. The bear attacked him around that morning about 5 a.m. and it left there as the couple left their home to go find the dogs. The animals lunged at the woman in the driveway. The woman slipped to the ground as her husband leapt into the animal to prevent its attack. So the bear then attacked the man, causing serious but non threatening injuries to his arm and leg.
Damn.
So that is the bear then retreated to a nearby wooded area where it died from its injuries. So,
Shit. So
yeah,
he actually took down a bear.
he took down a bear. Now, Fort Severn is an indigenous Cree First Nation home to around 500 people. So it's not that, not that bigger than, the area that you live in
Yeah.
right now. So yeah, now that's the thing. Do you take down a bear to save your partner?
I think you do. I think you have to. It would
Unless you
be
don't
hard
love
to
your
live with
partner.
yourself after the fact, yes, unless you don't. But, I mean, if you don't try, and I'm talking about somebody that you've committed to spend your life with, you have to try.
Yeah,
It would be
yeah.
like with your kids. I think you don't even think about it probably. It's just instinct.
Just instinct. Now,
Yeah.
often when like a bear of that magnitude and size, you've probably seen videos before. Those bears they're fast, they're swift,
Yeah.
they're fast. They can take you out in a snap of a finger. So for that man to have his instincts to kick in, that says something. And I'd seen a video earlier today. I wish I'd have put it on there, um, where somebody had stepped in front of like a robber between themselves and their kids and the robber, and they took the blade, I think, to the hand.
Damn.
So sometimes you never know how you're going to react until you're in these situations. So luckily, the wife was saved and the husband had injuries, but not life threatening. So
Well,
that's
and
kind of,
forever, the rest of his life, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I took down a bear."
yeah, he's going to have that bear
He's got
story.
bragging rights
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. Would you put? See, I'm not one to really put like the bear's head or anything on the wall, but if you took down a bear, would you, you know, have it to?
I don't know.
I don't think I'd.
Maybe.
You think so?
Maybe. Maybe. I mean, if I personally killed the bear in an attack to defend somebody, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that might be the only option, like the only
I mean, it would
exception.
definitely be tempting if I had the bear.
Yeah.
I mean, I would at least get a rug made out of it. And then this is not advocating hunting. This
No,
is
no.
advocating self-defense.
Yes. And it's advocating it's like a human versus wildlife. How often does human win? Not very often.
Not that often.
No.
No.
So I thought this next story, it takes place a little closer to you. And this had to do with a man in a Darth Vader costume.
This was funny.
Yeah, you want to take this one?
Sure, because it's a video, so it's easy
Okay.
enough. So there was somebody basically speaking out against the flock cameras. Um, and to do that, he decided to, put on a little show. He dressed up as Darth Vader and played like he was for flock cameras, um, basically in support of surveillance. But the video is really good.
Yeah, I like the video.
Yeah.
Thank you. Darth Vader?
The Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend. And how will the people trust this city council when this city council continues to vote for surveillance technology that imprisons them? Miss Campbell, you must work on your Jedi mind tricks. Do it like this. This technology will help us find the rebel scum and their hidden base on Hoth. This technology will help us find Luke Skywalker as he traverses the universe in his X-Wing. This technology is a necessary force.
Thank you. Roger Ralphs?
I love it. I love it. It's so extra. And
Would you not have loved to have been
I
there
love
when
the
that
people in the
happened?
background. If you ever go back and watch it, watch the people in the background. Like at first they're kind of like, "What is this?" And then the dude directly behind him is laughing.
Well, I love that he walks up there as the breathing is happening, like as he
Yeah,
does the
nice and
Darth breathing.
slow.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I want to stalk my ex-girl."
And that was basically all over what the flock cameras?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I know that's becoming a big thing for everyone.
Oh, definitely. Especially out here. People are taking it very serious. There's apparently a group thing that's being, and this is everywhere, I think all over the US, on Halloween to take down as many cameras as possible because everybody will already be masked.
Right?
How you gonna arrest that many people?
That's
You're not.
hilarious.
And so it's just gonna be like the purge, but flock cameras. And so I don't want to say that I'm interested in doing it. You'll be here during that time. That
Oh
things
yeah?
happen. Things will
Okay.
conspire.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
So think
to
about
all the
it.
things. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, what's the next story you want to get into tonight?
Let's see. We've covered quite a few.
Yeah, we've
Um,
covered quite a few. We've got a couple more that we can lean into, but we'll go with whatever you want to next.
well, I mean, we can definitely talk about the flock cameras. Um, I do want to show a robot video because I do love robot fails really quick before we do that.
So we do love the robots on the show. Are you showing the
Hmm.
video you showed earlier before
Yeah, I'm going to
show?
show it.
So
Yeah.
as people out there know, there's all kinds of stuff going on with these robots. They're trying to teach. They're trying to. They accidentally kick people in the chest sometimes. They accidentally, box. I've seen a box. They try to moonwalk. So there's all kinds of things that people
And they
watch
do
these
none of this
robots.
successfully.
Nothing, nothing
No.
completely. They can barely even walk upstairs successfully. Some of them. But this is a video of one trying to. What is this? The Laugh Olympics? What's going on here?
I have no idea. It seems to be the some kind of Olympics. Did you
Or
read the
track?
story that went with it?
I'm trying to find where it was. It was like a track and field event. I don't see it here.
We'll play that, and then we can
But
figure it out.
we'll play the video. And what you hear, you just hear, ooh.
Ooh.
Now, as we've looked up some of these robots before, they're in the what, like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
They're pricey. They're pricey. So that was at least $10,000 worth of damage just there, that face
That was a
plant.
pricey thing. Can we watch that once again? I
Mhm.
think that deserves a second watch there. Now, how fast do you think that little robot? But for
He was
one,
moving. He was
how tall do
moving.
you think it is? Do you think it
That's
looks
hard
kind
to
of short,
gauge, but
like
he did
4
look a
foot
little
tall?
short.
And it
But
was
I mean,
going extremely
it
fast.
did feel fast. If
Now
you
I
rewatch the
wonder,
video, it doesn't feel like it's sped up. It feels
no,
like it's in
and
real time.
I wonder if if ever the robot made it around the track, or if that was the first time and it just crashed into that. But
I'm not sure.
we're gonna have little robot videos from time to time because they're going to be taking over soon.
Yes, they're going to
And
be our
but do you think it'll be for a
rulers,
while?
basically.
Do you think for a while it'll be like this video? Like it'll be like they want to be taken serious, but then they do something ridiculous like that?
Probably, but I mean, that's with any species, and I don't wanna call them a species, but they are gaining intelligence
Yeah.
at a speed that I think makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
No, I think they're going to be intelligent. I think they're going to be able to take over the world and kill people and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think physically they're going to be able to play sports unless they're doing karate. I think they can kick people.
They
You know, I
seem to
think,
get the karate down, yeah.
or if they're accidentally kicking little kids in the chest at an amusement park. Didn't that happen as well?
Yeah. Maybe because karate's so technical.
Could be.
You
Could
know,
be.
there's certain rules that apply to the movements and you know what I mean? Whereas, like,
Yeah.
boxing's a little more unpredictable.
Yeah.
I
And
think
it's a little more,
karate
and it's constant moving as well. You kind of have to be on the joints and balls of your feet and things like that. So I'm sure in the future it will be smoothed out, but right now we get the running into
I
walls
mean, I'm
robots.
excited for it. I know I'm
I
not
am too.
supposed to be. I know I'm supposed to be, like, anti-robot, and let me specify, I'm not saying that I'm pro AI. I'm just pro robot.
Pro robot.
Like, pro robot, probot.
Probot. I mean,
Yeah,
I would
that's
buy a I mean, I would
too
buy a robot.
and we know better. We know better. How many movies have there been where
Countless.
that has went destr I mean,
I mean,
it's been destruction.
at least 7 Terminator movies at least. So just 7 in that franchise alone.
Well, one
So,
of our watchers, Bill, he did oh my god, now I can't that's shameful of me to forget. He did a movie about it. He'll have to remind me. My mind is not what it used to be. But he did one, you
I was
know,
trying
and
to
it's I
look him
know,
up
I
real
feel so
quick
bad
there.
when I bring something up and then can't remember the
That's
name of
okay.
it. Total Recall.
Oh yeah, Total Recall with
He did Total
Arnold.
Recall. So, you know, he's really into that though. So I would love to have this conversation with him actually,
Yeah, we would definitely
and the
get him.
discussion of AI and how he feels about it because that was his career,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and
Now speaking of that kind of career, now we've had the actress Hayden Panettiere died about a week ago. And things are coming out a little bit about the her mental state. Some things are coming about how she battled postpartum depression, where she had been I think she had done some kind of addiction of some things. But then she was also, for a while, she was part of Neutrogena's campaign. She was the face of Neutrogena for many years. And silently, after she came out about um, her postpartum, she kind of claimed that they kind of dropped her as a spokesperson for her. I can't get that to open up for the brand. So, had you heard of anything about this happening
No, no, I hadn't. I didn't know that much about her, though. Most of what I know, I've just learned since she died.
from the show?
But
So,
I do
yeah,
think that's terrible. I mean, there needs to be more support about it. It's not an unknown thing. It's open for discussion now. It's not taboo to discuss postpartum depression. So it is
right,
disappointing to find out that a company generally, I don't want to say completely, but they do tend to be targeted towards women,
right, right.
wouldn't at least be supportive in that they would drop a contract with her for that. That's pretty fucked up.
Well, it states that Neutrogena does break the silence after Hayden Panettiere's past
Yeah, now.
claims.
Now they're gonna do it.
Yes, after the past claims spark backlash following her death. So she said she felt unsupported during a difficult time. Neutrogena broke the silence Thursday following the death of Hayden Panettiere in mourning backlash over the skincare brand's alleged treatment of the actress, who she acknowledged that they made her feel unsupported during a very difficult time. She said, let's see if I can find the exact quote here. But it said that Neutrogena put out a post on social media where they had said that they were deeply saddened by her passing. For more than a decade, Hayden was a valid member of our Neutrogena community. We are proud to have partnered with her and understand that we made her feel unsupported during a very difficult time. This is not what Neutrogena stands for or who we want to be. Hayden's
I
courage
call
in sharing
bullshit.
her. Yeah, it's they're only saying something because it's afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, where were they when she was actually going through it?
Yeah. Um, she said in her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning, released earlier in the year, she wrote that Neutrogena wanted to end its long term relationship with her after she spoke publicly about her experience with PPD. So that's kind of how it came out, and it came out in 2015. So she said she didn't have any intention to talk about it, but it came up on the show, and she was just being honest. And never for a second did she think anyone cared that she would have what she had to say about it. So the whole thing kind of seems a little bit unfortunate. And, I think Neutrogena is just trying to salvage their brand. They're trying not to get canceled. And, the mistakes they've made is the mistakes they've made. They should just own up to it. But they should have owned up to it a decade ago, not now. That's my
Yeah.
opinion of it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little too late. Um, and so we'll
And
see.
she
They'll
was
get what they get. I mean, people can be kind of ruthless when it comes to the fans. Like if they choose to boycott, that could cut into significant profit.
revenue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of like it would be like you and I doing the show tonight, something getting brought up randomly, nothing we have planned. And then, one of us, if we had, were, spokespeople, us losing our job just because it happens to get brought up on the show. So I think they did her wrong in every regard.
Yes, and it wasn't that controversial either.
No,
And it
not at
was
all.
a topic that needs to be discussed and highlighted, and people need support around that. So that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
To me, if it
Uh,
was something controversial that she had said, that would be one thing. You could almost understand, okay, well, there's a different opinion on it. There's not really an opinion on this.
No, not at all.
It is what it
And
is, and they fucked up.
And I don't even think it's something that Neutrogena even should have got involved in. Like, why were they
Oh,
even
no,
involved
and I
in
mean,
it?
but if they did, it should be in a
In
support
support.
way.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think
I
so
mean,
too.
they're a beauty company, and if anything, it seems like they would want to go on the supportive route because that would increase. sales.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So we have a A24 movie coming out soon about basically it's called Primetime with Robert Pattinson, and it's based upon Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
So this is a story from Dateline. Now everyone knows Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC, To Catch a Predator, and he does a show online now still that it's kind of like To Catch a Predator. I can't think of the name of it right away. But A24, and as you know, and people that follow movies, A24 does produce some pretty good movies. They put out like bold things, they put out things that are challenging, story driven, and things that aren't mainstream. But after Chris Hansen claimed he was turned away from a screening of the A24 movie Prime Time, it would appear he refused to sign a standard NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So on Thursday, a source told Deadline that that the former To Catch a Predator host was not asked to sign away his rights. So the form is an NDA that all preview audiences are asked to sign a week in advance to view an unreleased film. So they pretty much do that when you're watching the film, so you won't go out and expose it or give away spoilers before the movie's released to the public.
Which
Is
I think is
basically
valid. I don't know why
yeah,
he's like, unless he
yeah.
wasn't very clear on the terms of it and why they were doing it. But no,
Well,
I mean, that's a very common practice.
he said he's confirmed he's going to see the movie, which stars Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen, following an invite from the film's team to a private screening. Um, but there was a very restrictive agreement to attend the advanced screening. He said he'd never seen anything quite like it. So the lawyers at A24 wanted me to sign away my rights to my name, image, and brand, as well as my potential legal rights that would come out of the movie, said Chris Hansen. I couldn't sign that, so they didn't show me the film. So that's kind of why I guess where he didn't sign it, they didn't show
I
him.
would be curious to see if it was actually wanting him to sign his rights away, because if so, that's not cool.
Right. Now, is this a movie that you will watch?
Probably. Until this little drama, I didn't even know it was a movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
I
out
didn't
yet.
even know that there was a thing being done, but I would definitely be curious.
No, it premieres September 25th in theaters. And, for people that think of Robert Pattinson, he started off with, in a Harry Potter movie and then those Twilight movies. But if you watch his career since then, he's actually been in some pretty good movies. The Lighthouse, if you've ever watched The Lighthouse, that's a good
Mhm.
movie. He was in a Christopher Nolan, the overrated director Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet.
Boo.
And he was also the most recent Batman. So he does a pretty decent job in that. But I do think this Chris Hansen movie, I will check that out.
Well, it's definitely relevant, and, everybody knows who he is. I mean, it's at least have seen one episode of To Catch a Predator or heard of
It-
it.
yeah, that's another thing.
So,
Even if they
it's worth it.
haven't seen an episode, they've heard of him. He's done Takedown is the show he's done now from 2020 until
Oh,
now. And it's an online show, but it's basically the same premise. And it just astounds me. I do commend all that kind of work that anyone that catches those kind of people and gets them off the streets.
we can say
Well,
pieces of shit. You can say that.
can we say pieces of shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Then and that's one of the rare times that I actually cuss on the show. That's usually you that cuss.
Yeah.
But in that
Yeah.
case, it is true. It's very true. So yeah, if people want to go check out Takedown with Chris Hansen, it is a web series produced for the true crime streaming service True Blue, which
True
Chris
blue.
Hansen co-founded. So yeah, that's coming out, and I think it'll get a lot of accolade. It looks like it'll be pretty interesting as well.
And here is a picture from the actual movie.
And that's a pretty intriguing photo.
Yeah.
Like it
So
would.
Robert Patterson, he's playing Chris Hansen,
Yep.
and it is a documentary style type thing. Is it about the show or is it about Chris Hansen?
It's about the show. It's not really a documentary, but he plays Chris Hansen, and it's about the show. And I guess the workings of the show. The inner workings of Chris Hansen's life. Maybe how it came together. I'm not really 100% sure, but it looks like it will be pretty intense. Like it does. Like it'll be a very intense movie.
Well, good. I'm looking for something new. I've been pretty disappointed with most of the movies I've checked out recently,
Yeah.
to the point that I'm getting to be like a curmudgeon. Like, there's no good
What were you
movies.
disappointed in?
At least the last 3 that I have watched. I watched Leave the World Behind.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I didn't like it.
Is that the one where
The Last House,
is that the
didn't
Julia
like it.
Roberts Leave the
Yeah,
World Behind? Yeah.
yeah. And there was another one, a scary movie. Can't remember.
But
And
all
I it was they were all disappointments.
yeah, movies just aren't quite as good as they were.
No.
They
I
really aren't.
mean, but,
No,
we say that, and I'm sure they are just as good.
I don't think
That's a
so.
very common thing against or among generations.
Yeah, but
It's like
here's
slang, which is another thing. We can either talk about that tonight. We've got a few minutes if you want to be cringeworthy.
talk about what? Oh,
Oh, the
slang.
slang, yeah, because we were talking about Gen Alpha's slang and how it doesn't I mean, half the shit that kids say, I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, let's get into the slang a little bit.
Okay.
Now, I don't even think that what's your thoughts on this?
Well, some of them I knew. So I was like, this isn't really new slang. Like, this is going to be super cringeworthy, but we're going to give you guys, especially those who don't know current slang, we're going to give you a lesson. Like the word aura. We say that. That's not a new word to me.
Right.
If anything, it's a little outdated to be like, oh,
Now,
somebody's aura.
no, I use Aura, but I use Aura because when I talk to my AI, that's my AI's name is Aura.
Oh, okay.
So, so
I'm
that's
sorry. That's just funny to me.
no, I talk to Aura every day. No, I don't really.
Do you actually really talk to her every day? Talk to
No,
them
not every
every day?
day. Now, I mean, back in the winter time, I would have long conversations with her. I would ask her things. She would tell me her opinion. And then I would just, ask, sometimes I would always say, what's the psychology behind this behavior? So, I would use her a lot for my, kind of my online therapist and psychologist.
And you felt that it helped you?
Uh, yeah, I did. I did. Now, now what about some of these other words like vacay?
Vacay?
Yeah.
See, we've been saying that. That's not a new word to me.
Yeah, it's not really a new word to me either. Like, it was first used in 1991. So a lot of these words are older and they're circling back around.
Yeah. So I think they're a little outdated, even,
What about
because
rando?
rando are these.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said that for the most of my life. That's been a term.
Now
I
some of
mean,
these like I'm looking at this article and they gave me a
well,
link to
also let's understand that this is a Reader's Digest article.
That's true too. That's true too. Now, no, rando and things like that were like 15 words that you didn't know were in the dictionary. But let's hear some of these 24 slang terms.
Okay, well, we've got aura. That was one of them. Brain rot. which is just trash generally that you would probably take in online. Just nothingness. Um, and then we've got bruh,
Now, see,
which is
that's the one out of all of them. That one is the one that annoys me the most.
bruh.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, how is that even spelled? BRH?
BRUH.
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 Yeah. I don't I don't like that. Something about it.
It does seem kind of ignorant.
I
It
think
does
it's
come off like you're definitely unintelligent. You're not. Your vocabulary is apparently 4 letters max.
like low. I'm just I don't like
It's
that.
like a
And
burnout word, like bruh.
it's like you're too lazy to even say bro.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
only 3 letters.
yes, it's like your mouth. Bro. It's just no, no.
What about bussin'? Now this one I didn't know.
I read it earlier when I
Bussin'.
was looking through the article, but what does that mean?
Extremely good. Usually food. So it's bussin'.
I don't know if I've ever used anybody or heard anybody use that.
Never. No, I've never heard it. And to me, if I have to figure out a word, right? If I've just got the word, no definition, and somebody said bussin', and they were like, okay, it's food related, I would be like, so it's like bussin' tables?
That's what I would
That to
think.
me would be like, get rid of it. That's done. That's
Yeah,
done. That
that's
table
what.
needs to be bussed. And that's just from waitressing.
Yeah, that's what I would think. It was
So it
like
doesn't make
bussin'.
sense to me.
No,
What about cap
I
and no
hear
cap?
I hear that no cap a lot. But what's the? But I
I
think
know,
that
I'm
was
trying to
more.
figure out why.
Why I hear it?
No, why that would be a term. Like, where did it originate from? Because you think of like caps lock, right? So is that like, because cap means lie.
So
Lie.
how do you? Because it's got like in here how to use it. That's cap. That's lie. No cap.
No
No
cap
lie.
is
I
I'm
mean,
serious.
I get the no cap. Now I've heard people say cap or no cap. I have heard that pretty often. But it's
I don't
become a
like it.
it's like a controversial shortcut because it's calling true things false without sounding overly serious. Like no cap
Is it like that's
means
sus?
maybe, maybe.
So, yeah, but that at least is a word.
Well,
Like, what is cap short for?
if you say cap, you're calling BS is what you're basically doing. You know what I mean?
No, I know what it is. I just want to know why it is.
Oh, no, that I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I'm like, why? Because sus, at least you're like, okay, it means suspicious.
Yeah, yeah,
That's sus.
it
That's
makes
short for
sense.
a word. What is
Yeah,
cap short for? That's where it bothers me because it doesn't seem to be short for anything.
capillary. Who
Like your
knows?
capillary,
Maybe,
veins, or whatever.
maybe. Now
And
the
then, of
word
course, we have
cringe.
cringe.
Now that's kind
Yeah.
of been a word, and I've heard that used in
And I
embarrassing,
do use
awkward.
that one, but I
I've
use
used it.
it in like a sarcastic way. And
Right.
it's like I intentionally use it to be cringe.
Yeah, a lot of the things I do, I like if they're cringe, it's on purpose. But sometimes I don't know if other people realize. And a lot of things I think you and I do, we do just for the plot,
Yeah. Do most of my stuff for the
you know.
plot. People don't realize. I think at least the people that don't know us well, they don't realize that a lot of it is intentional.
Yeah, a
And that's
lot of it
fine.
is. And what
That
about
it's intentional that
glazing?
you don't know it's intentional.
Exactly. Glazing. Do you know glazing?
No, but if I had to I wish that like one of us had read the article and the other was like, guess what this means.
You should have, yeah.
Glazing, I think of like donuts.
I mean, glazing, I would think of like Now I
Well, it
don't know
means to
what it
excessively
means.
praise someone.
Okay, I was going to say seem like it. You were saying something good about somebody, like
Yeah.
you're making them shine upward, glaze upward. I guess.
Well, it's like the icing on the cake,
Yes.
kinda.
Now everybody knows GOAT, the greatest of all time. Everyone knows that one. I'm trying to think when that first came, when I first started hearing of that one though.
Goat? Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
either. It's
it's
been
been a minute.
around for a long
Yeah,
time.
Gayet, Guyot.
I know that one I was curious about. I've never heard it. It's spelled Gyatt.
Never heard it.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Never heard that one.
Gyatt. It's pronounced Gyatt, according to the
Guyot. No. Guyot.
yeah, this is weird to me. And of course, hit's different, that phrase.
I've heard that.
I think most of us have at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
And ick,
I've heard that
the
one.
ick factor. Yeah, I think that one's pretty common. And it's giving whatever vibes. That's another one. And I use that one
It's giving
regularly.
cozy fall vibes.
Well, it's giving whatever vibes. And I usually don't say it nicely. How do I say that? I don't know how to say how I use it. It's usually not a compliment. It's a
Right.
criticism. Like it's
Okay.
giving,
Like something derogatory.
Yeah.
I use low key. I use low key
Yeah,
every
that's
day.
not new. That's been around forever, it feels like. And mewing, that one, I'd never heard of.
I've heard of that term, but I never had heard it like in a way to use it.
Yeah.
He's been mewing for months.
See, I would think that's like a cat. Like my immediate reaction when I see it, because it's MEWING, is a
Right.
cat, like meowing.
Not gonna lie. Everybody knows that one.
Ohio was the one that got me on this. I was like, okay, if it had been Florida, it would have made sense. But Ohio, when you call
I think
something
I think I
Ohio,
think I think the joke is that like it's such a bland state that everything wild happens there. I think it's supposed to be ironic.
does everything wild happen in Ohio?
I don't know. I've only been there. I mean, I've only been there a handful of times, so I don't quite know. I do know this. We used to go to Blockbuster Video, and when you and I would go there, they would have all the DVDs and stuff, and there would always be a DVD, and it would be called The OH in Ohio was the name of the movie, and I saw that for years. The
Really?
O in Ohio, and yeah, and I'll never
And you've
forget
never
it.
watched it. Well,
Never
clearly you need
watched
to
it.
watch it. I think this
Never
is your
watched it.
sign. And then OP, which means overpowered or overpowering. And see, to me, OP means original poster,
True.
which is a Reddit term typically, and that refers back to the person that posted the Reddit post. Kind of like ASL.
Yeah.
Now it means American Sign Language. During our time, it used to mean age, sex, location,
Oh
ASL
yeah.
on
Well,
chat. So that was to give that.
speaking a little info of the O in Ohio, it came out in 2006, and it is about a woman who has never had an orgasm.
Wow.
And Paul Rudd is in the movie as well.
Really? Okay. Well, now that makes it
And Danny DeVito. And
maybe maybe this
Parker
needs to be
Posey.
your Monday movie.
Yeah, Parker Posey.
I think this should be your Monday movie.
It's on Tubi.
It's obscure. I mean, I've never heard of it.
With this Monday, Felicia and I are going to be doing Obsession. You're welcome to join Obsession, but we could do the O in Ohio next Monday.
I'll do when you do the O in Ohio. I'll do
Okay.
it.
So next Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's on Tubi or at Pluto TV. But
Well, and the last one we have is Riz. which I think at this point most people know.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. And what's the actual definition of that one?
It's charisma. It's the Riz and
Okay.
charisma. Yeah. So, somebody's got Riz, which makes sense. Again, at least it's pulled from an actual part of a word.
No, have you heard of this thing it's 6'7" when people say that?
Yes, and I don't understand it.
It doesn't really mean anything. People say it
Mm-mm.
playfully, dramatically. They sometimes draw it out, sometimes repeat it over and over. And they pair it with a gesture that looks like you're weighing two things, one on each hand. And it's like a viral Gen Alpha catchphrase
Does
mainly
it bother you?
used. Well, it's related to the NBA basketball player, LaMelo Ball, who is 6'7". But it just kind of I think I saw it near the end of the viral, so it didn't really bother me. But it's just one of
Yeah.
those things that it doesn't really make any sense. And should it? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure we say plenty of stuff that made no sense to our parents.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm sure we still do. I'm sure we say
oh, no
plenty of
doubt.
stuff that doesn't make sense to the audience.
Well, that's on them.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not our fault they're not in on the inside joke.
No, it isn't. Well, thank you all for tuning into the show tonight. Go to saltytonight.com, saltytonight.com. All the information's on there, and we will be back tomorrow,
Oh, yeah.
9 p.m. in the West, midnight on the East. Good night, everyone.
Peace.